Hello and welcome to Spread the Floor. I'm Gabe Ibrahim. That's Dano Mataya. We are going to make you some money, hopefully, on the Her Hoop Stats betting show. Spread the Floor is our new channel here. We're still pretty new. I mean, I think people are getting used to this, but make sure you're subscribed here. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, spread_the floor. It's not Spread the Floor. If you own the Spread the Floor Twitter, hit us up. We may have some funds in line for you. But today we are making picks for the WNBA on May 11th. We have a 3-game spread tonight, but we're also going to talk about, how we're doing, what we learned from last night. We're going to try to help you get a holistic betting experience. So Dano, tell me how you're doing.
I'm doing great. Got so relieved last night. Sweated like crazy. But I do want to touch on how we've been doing so far. We're 4 playing days in, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So, since we started, we have made a total of 26 bets. We are 19-7.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Up 10.3 units. And the return on that investment is 23.17%. You're betting $100 a unit, riding with all our plays. You are already over $1,000.
It's cash, people. This show is cash. We're just handing it out.
We got some very informed people here. We do a lot of work for you. Gabe, you've been killing it with the WNBA availability. I see it get retweeted everywhere. I retweet it. I want to make it my phone back screen sometimes to make sure that I'm not worried about some plays that I put down. We're super thankful for you and all your work on that. Last night, I swept 3-0. I was definitely worried because Natasha Cloud was ruled out right after I laid Mystics plus 5.5 and then talked about it on the show. We post the show. News comes out. And then I see your tweet, Aces minus 5.5. I'm like, okay, well, at least one of us is a winner. Plus, you also had the tweet about how you haven't lost a bet yet.
I really set myself up for failure on that one.
Yeah, and you were in-house for that game.
Yes, I was. I was at the game. Weird game there in DC. Oh, it was and it was bizarre because we had Cloud going out, and it was like. It kind of happened I remember you guys posted the show and then boom, immediately. It was like health and safety protocols. So she was out, team had to adjust. I'm looking at the roster. I'm like, okay, there's 2 point guards for the Mystics and they're both 5'4". There's Rui Machida and there's Katie Benson. And apparently that would be enough for the Mystics. I was feeling great about 5.5. Early
maybe multiple times during the game.
Early in the game through the halftime, it was, I think the Aces were up double digits. So it was just, they were cruising. It looked exactly like I thought it would look. And then the Mystics stormed back. I mean, there was some travel issues. I know for the Aces, there was some talk about that before the game. I think everyone's trying to downplay on both sides. That the Mystics are saying, hey, we worked through that stuff too. And the Aces are saying, we'll get through it. But there was apparently like a 12-hour travel for Vegas to get to DC. And that stuff kills you. And I think my lesson from last night is to really pay attention to how far teams have to go and the time differences between the places. Because we talk a lot about this in the NBA too. The body clock game, right? You have your Sunday afternoon games. In the WNBA, I think it matters a lot more because you're traveling commercial. You're having issues that come up. Hey, we have to travel 12 hours now. And this seems to always happen with the Aces and the Mystics. So it just, I think the Aces ran out of steam. And I think that's a really good lesson for everyone watching. Make sure you're paying attention to how far teams are flying and when they're playing. If this was a 9 p.m. start, it might have been a different outcome there for the Aces, but it was 7 p.m. and they dropped off in the second half there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that. I expected a slow first half and them to kind of catch their rhythm. So I was definitely worried because I tweeted out when my pick went out live from Spread the Floor, definitely about the under, which I think I made pretty close to the Cloud news coming out. I was thinking, it was right after. I was saying both teams on 1 day of rest, Vegas traveling across the country. And then I said, I think Mike T-Ball tries to slow the pace of the game down and make it more physical. They did not slow down. But the physicality of Maisha Hines-Allen, wow. So, love to see some wins there. We still got the under thanks to the Aces kind of falling apart. The under in the Indiana Lynx game was so scary.
Yes, it's terrifying.
I mean, I told people yesterday, I was like, I'll take 158.5 absolutely after I got 159. I also doubled down on my own, like at 167. During that second quarter, just a quick nugget, the Fever scored the third most points in a quarter ever in their franchise history.
That's what happens when you take the under, man.
And the under still hit.
It hit by 0.5. It hit by 0.5. I saw the final. I was like, Jesus. I was watching it inch closer. I was like, please stop. Please stop scoring. Everyone, please stop scoring. Take Kelsey Mitchell off the floor. But yeah, man, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff happens when you bet. I just feel like I know this isn't true, but the universe reacts when you bet and then put it out to people. It's just like, all right, you get ready because stuff's gonna happen that you can't predict. Like Katie Benson, a player who to put it generously was not expected to be on the Mystics roster. Putting up 12 points, outscoring Asia Wilson, and really she wasn't necessarily the difference in the game, but her getting those points were the difference.
Yeah,
because the team was playing so well in that second half. So it's just like, man, when you bet, get ready because the universe is like, I'm gonna pick on you. I'm gonna pick on you. Speaking of picking, let's make our pick. You want to get into it?
I will.
Right, give me your pick.
I posted all these on Twitter, or Spread the Floor did. But I got Sparks minus 2.5 last night. It's up to minus 5.5 in some places, minus 4.5. I think the lowest it's is at BetMGM, so I would check there. We're finding BetMGM works best, so look for those. Calvin got Storm minus 3.5 early. I also took Storm Mercury over 161. I see that's up to 164.5. So another reminder: set up the tweet alerts, follow us on Twitter. That's where you're going to get the fastest updates on what we have. Calvin also had Liberty plus 4.5. I'm going to tail that for a unit. I love the fact that Benaja Laney's back. Kalia Copper is still over in Europe. Benaja Laney's out for blood this year. I love what the Liberty look like. Natasha Howard looks phenomenal on defense. This should be an awesome matchup. He's also playing the over. He gave that pick out on Sportsline. I'm going to stay away from that. I think Natasha Howard might be able to stop Candace Parker. I don't know. I don't want to say that. No disrespect to Candace. I think she's my goat. She
can stop some of what Candace does at least though. I agree with you. I think that's a wise take.
Yep. So those are my picks. If I have anything else, just look out on Twitter, set up the tweet alerts. Gabe, I noticed you have not made a pick on Spread the Floor Twitter yet. So what do you got for me?
So yeah, I'm gonna put this one out in just a bit, but I picked up Seattle at minus 4.5 heading to Phoenix, and to prove my point about the road favorites, because I'm very wary about road favorites now. The flight from Seattle to Phoenix is about 3 hours, and I think there's a 1 hour time difference depending on the time of the year in Phoenix because they don't have daylight savings time. So that's another thing you gotta keep track of. I'm pretty sure there's still an hour difference between Seattle and Phoenix, right?
I think you might be right. But did they go home in between playing in Vegas, or did they just go straight to? May even work better.
Yeah, so I think regardless of how they traveled, I wonder if they went home to. I didn't think about that. They may not have gone home to Phoenix. I mean, maybe not have gone home to.
Doesn't make sense economically.
Yeah, I think they may have saved the money and just stayed. Although I don't know how any of this works, to be honest.
In this economy, gas prices.
If they had, I'm still regardless of the travel. of Seattle, I'm pretty sure it's okay to go with them as a road favorite. Just for reference, the flight from Vegas to DC, even on the best day, and it wasn't the best day for Vegas yesterday, is like 5 hours and there's a 3 hour time difference. So it's a big difference here. I'm good with the road favorite here. I think, Phoenix is going to look a lot better with Diamond the Shields and Breonna Turner back, but there's no time to integrate them. And I think the front court matchups just really favor Seattle. You got Stewie and Ezzy against Tina Charles and Breonna Turner. Turner, again, like I mentioned, just first game back, going to be a little weird. She also is just a little shorter than Stewie, and if you're a little shorter than Stewie, Stewie's going to just shoot right over you. I think Ezzy's activity is going to bother Tina, regardless of how they match that up, or I'm sure there's going to be multiple matchups there. I think Seattle wins that front court battle. I'm really excited for Gabby Williams and Diamond the Shields as well. But I'm pretty sure with the Storm, they're coming off that loss. They're not happy about it. I'm putting 2 units on the Storm, minus 4.5 on FanDuel.
I like that. I think I might make a first half play on that too.
Yeah.
Gabby Williams did not really shoot the ball well. Hasn't really hit her stride yet. I'm ready for a big game from Gabby Williams, and I tweet about this. I get giddy. That's why I'm stuttering.
Yeah.
Joy Lloyd has the prettiest jump shot in the WNBA, maybe in all of basketball.
It's up there.
I love watching that jump shot, and I can't wait to watch it go in over and over and over again tonight.
Well, it's funny too, because like Richard Cohen brought this up on Twitter. Like that was a problem for her coming into the league. It's
crazy.
The jump, and now it's just she's such an intense worker that just became a strength of her. She turned that weakness into a strength. So I'm with you. I love watching Jewel. This was the game I wanted to watch tonight, really. So that's why I was debating. I actually really do. If you want to go with the dog, go with Atlanta. I like this Atlanta team. I think they're pretty good. And I think they're going to be a little teed up against Chennedy Carter because she had some comments about the city of Atlanta when she exited to Los Angeles. So if you want to go, I saw that number at +4, I think, on FanDuel. It was +3.5 or 4 on FanDuel.
I think it's +5.5 now. I got 2.5.
You know what? Put that as my pick. I'm taking another one. I'm putting a unit on that. Taking that right now.
I'm the opposite. Chennedy Carter revenge game. She hasn't even gone off yet. It's time. Sparks are being disrespected. I disrespected them at the beginning of the preseason for sure. 4 straight road games to start their season. That's just tough. I think they play Connecticut next. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But either way, this is a good opportunity. Liz Cambage should have a nice easy go inside. I'm not too worried about Williams down there. Ryan Howard shot the ball really well in Dallas. I hope she doesn't do it again, but I'm fine if the Sparks win by 4 and then we both get to cash,
Let's see it happen. Let's see it happen. Yeah, man. So that's all we got. I think for today. We'll be back not tomorrow because there's no games tomorrow night. So we're gonna be back on Friday.
Yep.
And hopefully we have some new characters for y'all to check out right here on the Spread the Floor YouTube channel, which again, we hope you guys are subscribed. Hope you're following us on Twitter. Our Twitter names are right below us. So make sure you follow us as well for our insights during the games and all that. And, go to herhoopstats.com. Best stats you can find for the women's game. And they will help you make your picks. So Dano, anything else before we go?
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah. Go Heat, by the way. That's why I'm wearing this Flamingo shirt. Go Miami Heat. Dale.
Man, I love it.